For the next couple of months, we are going to be writing personal narrative stories. I want to start our unit by reading an example of a personal narrative. Wake up, sweetheart. Wake up. I heard a voice whispering and my arm being gently nudged. I rubbed my eyes and squinted to help my eyes adjust. I could see my mom leaning over me in her pajamas. Mom, what is it? I whispered back. Shh. Follow me. Come and see, Mom answered. I watched Mom swiftly walk through the cabin hallway and into the living room, where the moon lit up the entire room. The wooden floor of the cabin was cold under my feet. Mom led the way to the big window where the moon was shining through, and she knelt down on the couch. I slowly knelt down on the couch next to her, and we leaned over the top, looking out the window together. Do you see them? Isn't it something? She asked with amazement in her voice. My eyes searched through the darkness, through the giant pine trees and up the hillside out the window. It was very dark, but the stars glittered the sky and the moon was nice and full. Suddenly, there they were. It was breathtaking. A whole herd of elk were traveling up the hillside. Some were stopped, grazing on grass and carefully searching for danger around them. Some smoothly led the way up the hill as the others trailed behind them. Their eyes reflected the light of the moon as they cautiously scanned the forest. There were so many of them, 10, maybe 15. They seemed so much larger in person than I'd ever seen in magazines. My mom and I sat frozen as statues as we observed their every move. Finally, the last one made its way up the grassy hill and disappeared through the trees. My heart sank a bit, and I felt sad to see them go. I glanced up at Mom, still in awe. She grinned at me, and I laid my head on her shoulder. She put her arms around me and squeezed as I closed my eyes and smiled. I will never forget that night that I heard her soft voice whisper, "Wake up, sweetheart, wake up." So when we look at this, we want to find out who is the author writing about. And I can tell who the author is writing about by looking for some certain words. One of the words that I'm going to look at is the word I. The word I tells me that it's coming from the author. The author's writing about themselves. And there's another one. She also talks about mom being their mom, not somebody else's mom. So these give us a clue about who the author is writing about. And it's a true story about something that actually happened to the author. I wonder, is a personal narrative a fictional story or a nonfiction story? It is nonfiction because it is about something that actually happened and was not made up. So learners, your task today is going to be to go into the assessment and mark off whether you think each card is a personal narrative or not a personal narrative. So I really want you to think about, are they talking about themselves, and is it a true story about something that the author has done?